reducing gun violence is a primary concern. We've got a lot of work to do on this topic, and a lot of it is beyond the scope of this hearing, but I believe in a fundamental reinvestment in communities disproportionately harmed by gun violence. That being said, there are many common sense steps that we can take to reduce gun violence, and NICS is a vital frontline tool to keep guns away from dangerous individuals. And I'm proud to have supported the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, which, among other things, are overdue changes that strengthened the background checks done by NICS. Director Ferguson, can you briefly address how NICS has changed over time to enhance the efficiency and accuracy of background checks, including through improvements made by the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for the opportunity to talk about the great men and women in the NICS section and the work that they're doing over there. The implementation of the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, we implemented that as soon as it was passed. And since the implementation of that act, we have done approximately 359,000 under 21 gun background checks. So as you're familiar with the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, under 21 requires us to do multiple things. One is to check with the state repositories for criminal history as well as mental health for juveniles, as well as to contact local law enforcement in the jurisdiction where the individual resides. So as a result of these three enhanced background checks, we have conducted over 359,000 under 21 checks. And in addition to that, we've hit just over 960 denials based on that, and the rest of them proceeds. It has been a little bit of a difficult effort to explain to our law enforcement partners why we're contacting them, but we have made some significant strides. We started off in the single digits with the number of responses we were getting from the state criminal history and mental health repositories, as well as law enforcement agencies. But now we're at an average of over 70% responses from all those agencies to our inquiries. We still have some work to do. There are still some there's still some states out there that do prohibit the sharing of juvenile mental health and criminal history information, even if it's to the NICS background check system. We still have some more work to do, but we're working through that process, and the amazing men and women in the NICS section are doing a phenomenal job implementing that, as well as the provisions of